Welcome to Cybos, and I have with me an interesting personality here, Mr. Rajesh Venkatraman from IBM. Welcome, Rajesh.
Very nice to meet you, Bob.
Rajesh heads the payments business for IBM. He's the director for worldwide payment from IBM Cognitive Solutions. So,
Sure.
Rajesh, what do you have in store for the payment industry?
When you think about some of the transformative forces, some of the transformative dynamics, and the disruption that's happening in the payments business, it's coming through in a few key waves. So the first dynamic is essentially faster and immediate payments. So this is essentially around customer needs, customer demands. We're obviously in a world where we want to be able to have access to our data, our accounts, and we need our services fast and almost immediate. So faster and immediate payments. So the past where you waited 3 days for payments to clear, that's not going to cut it anymore. So first is client requirements are driving some of this disruption and investment in the payments business. Two is moving away from status quo where you had existing legacy technology driving some of the faster payments, immediate payments, and the overall transformation that's required because the banks aren't going to be able to offer these services to their clients if they don't have the technology to be able to support these services. So when you talk about immediate payments or faster payments in most parts of the world, it is a service that needs to be provided 24/7, 365 days of the year. So this is on all the time, every day of the year. Yeah? With faster payments comes the need to be able to get to fraud faster. So faster payments means being able to capture fraud faster, and legacy and existing technologies that leverage rules-based technology is probably not going to cut it anymore. You're going to need augmented technology, you're going to need cognitive capabilities, leveraging artificial intelligence, where you actually have help augmenting the human effort that we put in to start to look at what is a better way to catch analytics in real time and make sure that you reduce the number of false positives you have and make sure the payments go through every time to the right person without any errors and without any issues. Third is going to be around the investments and obviously the huge wave around the discussions and starting to leverage blockchain technology. So when you think about cross-border payments, a significant amount of inefficiency in cross-border payments, and that's something that's been ripe for disruption for quite some time now.
So coming to fraud, okay, cognitive technologies, cognitive analytics has a big role to play today in fraud analytics. So what are the emerging areas of fraud analytics that is coming in?
So the easiest way to look at this, I guess the low-hanging fruit, is the fact that even the fraud technology that exists in banks now is essentially a black box to most of the banks and financial institutions that leverage this technology. You need to be able to adapt with the forces, the fraud detection. It needs to be able to evolve with your business. Clients, banks, financial institutions need to be able to make tweaks and make changes based on what they're seeing and the threats that they face, as opposed to needing someone with a PhD in whatever to come in and have to work with the technology. So you need banks to be a lot more self-sufficient, to be able to change these rules, adapt to some of the forces, and make sure they're a lot more efficient in fraud detection and fraud handling.
So how is cognitive helping in this?
So from a cognitive standpoint, you essentially leverage technology that learns as you go along. So it essentially learns patterns, it learns behavior. Together with guidance from a human user, it has the ability then to provide for better and faster detection techniques. So for example, if you were to deploy this, over time it would make your fraud detection better and also be able to provide guidance back to you as a user to say, here are 3-4 trends or patterns that I'm seeing that we may need to take into consideration. So it's kind of a partnership between human and AI technology that kind of pulls this together, and that's currently lacking in the system.
Interesting. So you were also talking to me about the way how the payments are getting faster. There is a need for having an immediate payment, and I am even listening to the people from the SWIFT who are talking about making the SWIFT payments much more faster or increasing the pace. What does IBM have to offer in this space? What have you been doing in this area?
So we have an offering called IBM Financial Transaction Manager. So it's essentially a modular, scalable, very robust solution that provides clients, banks and financial institutions in this case, the ability to clear, settle payments through that system. So we have customers in over a dozen countries, and we have deployments, and it essentially provides applications that are specific to each payment type. So Financial Transaction Manager, also referred to as FTM, provides capabilities to handle transactions for checks, legacy payment types, immediate payments, ACH, in the UK, UKPI, SEPA, etc.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Raj.
Thank you very much.